Hello children, we will discuss assignment 3 of class 10 and the topic is electric current. In this assignment, our first question is, if 6 into 10 raised to 17 electrons are crossing per minute through a given area, then the electric current is. So here the number of electrons are crossing. The number of electrons that are crossing n equal to 6 into 10 raised to 17. Then the electric current through the cross section they are asking. So therefore I equal to Q by T. This is the formula we are going to use to find the current. Now we can write Q as Ne upon T. So they given the value of n, number of electrons, that is 6 into 10 raised to 17, and charge is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 upon time. What is the time? They are asking crossing in a minute. So the time is 60 seconds. So if you simplify this, what we will get? 6 ones and 6 tens. You will get 10 raised to 17 into 10 raised to minus 19, that is 10 raised to minus 2. Therefore 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 2 upon 10. So this is upon simplifying we will get 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 3 amperes. So this is the value of current. If you convert this, we will get 1.6 into 1.6 milliamps. So the value of the current is 1.6 milliamps. So which option is correct here? The second option is correct for this question. Let's move to the next question. Now, in this question, when 900 coulomb of charge passes through a wire in 10 minutes, then the current in the wire is. So the amount of charge that is passing through the wire is given as 900 coulombs. They are asking to find the current. So the current is passing through the wire. So some cross section it is taking 10 minutes. So we have to find the value of current, that is I equal to Q upon T. So I equal to how much charge is flowing? 900 coulombs. How much time it is taking? 10 minutes. Convert the 10 minutes into seconds. That is 10 into 60 seconds. Now this value of current equal to 9 upon 6. Upon simplifying this we will get value as 3 upon 2 amperes. So the value of the current is 1.5 amperes. So here our option is 3. So option 3 is correct. Let's move to the next question. In this third question, a current of 4 amperes flows through a wire. Then the number of electrons which will pass through a given point in each second are. So here they given the value of current and they are asking us to find the number of charged particles that are flowing. So we will use the same formula. Here the value of current is given as 4 amperes. So we have the formula I equal to Q upon time. This is Ne upon T. So from this we can find the value of n. The value of n equal to IT upon E. So the number of charged particles or electrons can be found by using this formula. The value of current is 4 and the time they are asking in a second. So time is 1 second and the charge is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. If you simplify this, n equal to 1 upon 0.4. 4 into 0.4 is 1.6. That is 10 raised to minus 19. This is equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to 19 electrons. So here our correct answer is 2. Now let's move to the next question. So in this question they are asking the electric current that exists in a discharge tube is 2 microamps. The charge that transferred across a cross section of the tube is in 5 minutes is. Here they are asking us to find the charge that is passing. So we will use the same formula here, I equal to Q upon time. So Q equal to I into T. So how much current is flowing? 2 microamps. So 2 microamps, convert that into amps. 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 amps. Into time. What is the time here? 5 minutes. Convert 5 minutes into seconds. That is 5 into 60. So upon simplifying this we will get 2 into 5, 10, 10 into 60. That is 600 into 10 raised to minus 6, which will give you 6 into 10 raised to minus 4 coulombs. So this is the amount of charge that is flowing in the discharge tube. So our answer is option 1. Now let's move to the next question. In this question, they are asking the potential difference across a given copper wire is increased. What happens to the drift speed of the charge? So we can solve this question by a simple relation that we know, I equal to NEA VD. But from Ohm's law we can write the value of current. From Ohm's law we can write potential difference equal to IR. From this, I equal to V upon R, where V is the potential difference and R is the resistance. So we can write V upon R equal to NEA VD. So we can write potential difference V equal to NEA R and VD. Let us assume this as a whole constant. From this equation we can write potential difference is proportional to the drift velocity. That implies if the potential difference increases, the drift velocity also increases. Therefore, our answer is option 1. Let's move to the next question. So, this is an interesting question. In a hydrogen tube, it is observed that through a given cross section, 3.13 into 10 raised to 15 electrons per second moving from right to left. From right to left, that is, here say this point is our right side, say this point is our left side. Some electrons are flowing from right to left. So this number of electrons are flowing from right to left. We can imagine same amount of positive charge is flowing from left to right, because that will give you the direction of conventional current. The direction of conventional current will take opposite to the flow of electrons. So how many number of electrons that are moving from right to left, we can imagine same amount of positive charge in the opposite direction. So this 3.13 into 10 raised to 15 electrons are moving from, actually it is moving from right to left. We are imagining a positive charge, equal amount of positive charge moving from left to right. So this is the number of particles moving from left to right. Now how many protons are moving from right to left, sorry, from left to right? So protons are moving from left to right. How many? 3.12 into 10 raised to 15 again. This many protons are moving from left to right. Protons have positive charge, so they are always in the direction of conventional current. No need to change their direction. Now what is the sum of net charge flowing? What is the sum of the charge or net charge flowing from left to right? So the net charge is flowing from left to right, therefore the direction of current is left to right. So the total current is moving towards right. Therefore we have solved the first part of the question, that what is the direction, that is the direction is from left to right. Next we will find the magnitude of the current. So this current is given as I equal to Q upon T. So this current equal to, what is the value of Q? NE upon T. So I equal to, here N is the number of charged particles. Here we have two types of charged particles. Say this is N1, say this is N2. So we have N1 plus N2 into E upon T. So this value of current is N1 plus N2. So the sum of these two, 3.13 plus 3.12, that will give you 6.25 into 10 raised to 15, and charge of the electron 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 upon time. What is the time here? 1 second. Therefore denominator we will get 1. So current equal to 6.25 into 1.6, we will get 10. 10 into 10 raised to 15, 10 raised to minus 19, we will get 10 raised to minus 4. This will give you 10 raised to minus 3 amps. So if you convert this, we will get 10 raised to minus 3 amps is nothing but 1 milliamp. So this is the magnitude of current that is flowing towards right. So our answer is option 2. Thank you.